Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Polish, but May 12, 1940. The Nazis have taken over the police station.
Interesting.
For 3 days, and now the Nazis have arrived in town. I'm going
Let's
to
see, how
fight
can we
Jakub
fix
Brozek.
this?
He was shot in the head. His horse was blocking the road. He taught me how to French kiss. I'm going to do something about
The audio
this
is
situation.
messing up here a little bit. I don't know what was going on there. So I was just looking up the issue of not hearing any audio. As far as I can tell, I don't think there is a fix, but I think there's definitely an issue. Seems like some people can hear music. Seems like some people don't hear any music. Or it's extremely subtle and extremely quiet to the point where you don't hear any music. And it all seems a little ridiculous. There's a golden ladle. We're swimming to the surface to get some oxygen. So until the map tells me if I missed something, I guess I kind of just need to take the assumption that I haven't and just need to move on. It's certainly believable that I did miss something in this area. There's a lot of collectibles here. Well, really, I guess there could only be 2 more pieces of gold, and then the rest of it would have to be something completely different, wouldn't it? The fact that the water is higher now really confuses that light bulb issue, but it also kind of admits that there's no enigma code. This will be interesting to see what happens. About nothing. I suppose it is possible that you could potentially trap yourself. And we're back to this vehicle, which I don't like. Let's just get it up here. And I think we are just abandoning that. And it doesn't look like there's anything else to get around here. I want to get into gameplay and get away from the stealth. Like, the stealth element is way past its welcome now. And
Well done, William. Through the last section you will have to swim. The catacombs are close.
See, I've forgotten what we're even doing. We're trying to steal a U-boat? Yeah. And see the recording number 3.
May 18th, 1940. Daytime, I care for the sick working at the asylum. On the evenings, I go to town to prepare supper for the Nazis at the police station. They seem to trust me. I think I can lure one of them away. If I can get a Nazi alone, I think I can kill him. I have never killed anyone. I don't know how to fight or fire a weapon. I will have to be smart about it. I miss the university. Perhaps what I'm about to do will be a learning experience.
So I'm floating up these mines. And losing my eyesight because I'm running out of oxygen. I'm not sure you really would ever die from any of that, though. And I think I've probably blown open that gate without even knowing. And see, it's slow swimming. It is slow swimming holding that gun. Can I get up to this point? I don't think I can. Can I get up here? I don't think I can. I'm looking at everything else and it doesn't seem like there's anything to do. So you either take it slow or you're just irritated by this level. That's the only way I can imagine anybody experiences this. You enjoy the break from what was not really that difficult of a previous couple of levels, or you or just try to rush through this. I have this weird feeling. I'm like,
June 25, 1940.
Where's the real game?
The Nazi appears to have a very high opinion of his mother. I learned this as he was bleeding to death at the end of my knife in the outhouse next to the bakery. Mutti, Mutti, he whimpered. My hands were shaking. Nearly dropped my knife. I had told him I would kiss him, and he let me lead him outside into the night.
So, yeah, one thing you don't put in your journal, by the way, is confessions that you murdered somebody. Just a little tip there. Here's one of these areas that I imagine we wouldn't have been able to reach at all, or it would have just been a hack to get into it. See, here's a map upgrade, but it's... Oh, it's ammunition. It's not a map upgrade, is it? Are we far enough along now that we can see all the other collectibles? And there's nothing here, so... Sure, maybe in a second run through this would be a lot shorter, but the game doesn't really give me... has yet to give me a reason to want to play a second run through. And that's what I'm just consistently having trouble with, is the idea of the game wanting something like that, but not deserving it.
November 29th, 1940. The Nazi appears to love his sausage. I learned this as he kept on eating his supper, even though the cyanide must have ruined the flavor. His eyes rolled back, all white, yet he kept chewing. The cyanide I stole from my mother's cabinet. At times, I am struck with pangs of remorse. But then, I think of Jakub Brozek.
And see, the audio is just overlapping, and BJ Blazkowicz said something interesting. Age 32, he did something previously. So you add that to the 14 years that he spent in the sanatorium, and you've got 46 minimum for his age. He does not strike me as a 46-year-old person in 1960. That, like, doesn't quite make sense. Let's see. And we are still just kind of stealthing around. And this door leads to this location. Opens from the other side? No, it doesn't. There's another Enigma piece. Just let me get into the actual game, please, game. I guess while I can look through this, this isn't a grate that I can actually crawl through. And for sake of thoroughness, now I gotta have to swim back. Nothing in that hole. How are we on collectibles? 2 more pieces of gold and a lot more Enigma codes, which strikes me that there probably is another level in this. That brick there looks slightly out of place, but it's really just the graphics rendering, I imagine.
Age 19, dove down the well to salvage father's watch, but it wasn't as deep as this.
Seeing, we're really not getting a full understanding of his relationship with his father. He certainly has a lot of memories with his father. I'm not sure if any of them are particularly good or bad, though. I know I misunderstood, or they kind of implied something to me that turned out not to be the case, with him diving into a lake full of leeches, but the way he says father over and over again is probably a bit of an indicator of something else too. I imagine I want to go this way first, so I can sneak through here. So I can find like one more collectible. There's a lot of crates around that clearly they had somebody place crates, and then they later determined whether or not those crates were going to be useful or in a stealth mission. I guess now this passage, it's like total darkness. Is there a way around?
Ramona writes, May 2nd, 1941. The Nazi appears to become sleepy after climaxing. I learned this as his little soldiers were leaking out of me onto his sheets, and his face turned blue. From the rope I applied to his neck in his slumber. Tomorrow is my 18th birthday.
So she's got this whole diary in which she's killing a lot of Nazis.
William, directly above you are the catacombs. There's an elevator that can take you right into the weapons depot.
So I triggered, I think, one thing out of order. The weird thing about this record is I kind of already have this fear that Anya is really sleeping with me to get revenge for her family being murdered by the Nazis. BJ Blazkowicz probably doesn't care. I imagine I missed that first piece of gold, so maybe we can get the letter and the Enigma code. But they're trying to make us feel like this is a loving relationship, and in a odd way, I kind of don't believe it. He just shocked himself.
Excellent, Captain Blazkowicz.
To
You are now
use the
inside the weapons depot.
gun.
This is the second phase of the plan to gain access to Set's underwater safekeep. In this munition stocks there is a cargo train. The train is packed full. Small arms, artillery shells, torpedoes and such for distribution to the Nazi war machine. You will steal this train. Small arms we can use to strengthen our fighters, but the real target is securing the torpedo delivery. This will allow you to board and seize control of a Nazi U-boat. But first things first, steal the train.
So they
Locate the train and drive it to the abandoned underground train station north of there. Our people will be waiting for you at this station. Klaus will give you further details on the ground.
storyline wise, they just wanted us to steal train. It seems. A little bit of ammunition, but not too much. And there's nobody around here. I think I have a decent amount of Tesla. What does this do? Has upgraded with a Tesla unit. The unit alters the beam's frequency to affect any mechanical target close to its path. So possibly a case of auto-targeting. Maybe that's what that is. Boxes I can't jump on. Maxed out body armor. Feels like the game is getting to the point. Let's... How are we on the map? Not too bad on the map, although it does strike me as maybe I'll get electrocuted if I stand on the rail. Nope, that was definitely worth testing out first. A lot of darkness in these sections. And see, that seems like that's just either a gate or a dead end. It's definitely a dead end for the video game reasons. Here's a prime example where the game really didn't need any extra doors. So there's no reason
May 29th,
why they exist.
The Nazi appears to have been brought up lazy. I've learned this when I outran 3 of them carrying a crate of grenades. I think I'm pregnant. I wish I knew how to use a gun.
So, does this add anything to the gameplay to have that element right now? Like, in all seriousness, I didn't collect those items. I didn't have to struggle for those items. And the information that it's giving me is kind of just more of this series backstory that I don't think Wolfenstein should attempt or has any capability of fulfilling. Like, from my perspective, this really should just be a hoorah, let's kill the Nazis game. Let's have wild sex and just try to get rid of, not try to have any serious relationship. Like, literally, Anya should have told BJ, I'm just having fun. I'm just seeking comfort in this situation. Can I get under these? That might work. Here's the deal. I need to... No, I cannot get under this. That is a failure of the game, certainly. Alright. And so I've totally blown that. Somebody coming behind me. These guys are taking 3 shots. To kill. Alright, now let's switch to this. Don't have very many bullets. And the alarm is still broadcasting, which tells me that this guy is still around. He's way over here on the other side. And so we're back now. I guess these are simply here to be barriers. And nothing else. A lot of darkness. And I guess this is where I'm gonna steal the train. So we'll recharge this. And that was certainly a level I wanted to play stealth-wise. I wanted to be stealthy and sneak around and kill all those guys. That's what the game was implying I should do. But certainly didn't help me accomplish that. Am I supposed to jump all the way to that crane? I don't think so. Monster closets. The game's gotten worse about this. Enigma pieces, gun, bullets, more bullets. And we don't see anything marked. I seriously doubt there's more than 1 or 2 Enigma pieces left. I think I've left them laying around. A monster closet. I guess it would be more appropriate to call them enemy closets since the Nazis aren't too much of monsters, at least physically speaking. Knife. There's a gun. For 8 ammo. So what's the odds that this is gonna turn out to be a a boss battle. Like, there's a decent chance here. Actually, I'm just gonna walk all over the map just to make sure I've looked. Yeah, this area does strike me as potentially a boss battle section. Also, the way there's a few crates, very, very few crates laid out, is implying that to me. And there goes my knife. Pick that back up. And see, there's this wall with the cameras, and the cameras don't do anything. So they either created a system to do this. There we go. There we go. Now I think this is a turret gun, but I'm not sure if this is going to count. Interesting. That recharged the different gun. Grab 18 armor. And there's a human behind all of that, although his legs seem to be missing. So either it was a human that got his legs chopped off at some point, or it was a human that I just shot his legs off. Again, these systems don't work very well at all. Just give it the crates. Why not just have that ammo sitting on the ground so I can pick it up? Is there a reason the game needs to punish me and make me waste my time? Other than the fact that the game is probably way too short for what it originally sold as, and they are stretching here. In a similar way, if you look at like Skyrim and Fallout, the game is like that too, where they kind of waste your time and stall. They make you do a bunch of side quests that you either appreciate as a main part of the game, or they are quests that are irritating. So that's the way out. And I cannot see anything. I need a flashlight badly. Things glowing, things that I could pick up if I wasn't already maxed out. You can hear I make a little bit less sound also when I crouch down. Still think we've got a couple of stealth kills that I'd like to do. Here's some more pinup girls. I hope in the concept art those unlock at some point. That would be very nicely appreciated. Just as an element that I'm sure some artist had some fun drawing those, and I would mind taking a look at their work. Whereas the other signs, yeah, you'll see them once. You'll barely pay any attention to them. And art is about getting people to relate, and the human form is very relatable to most people. And I could say it's a favorite study of mine, particularly in art. That's why you get so many statues and paintings and drawings of people.
Our ground team is in position by the abandoned train station north of your location, William. They will meet you when you get there.
So either I've triggered a bunch of people, which I think I have. Come on, let me through. Seriously? What are you doing, game? Surely. Alright, maybe that's what I had to do. Apparently I can't exit out this way, but I had to slide in, and I think I have to slide out. Uh-oh. Oh, this game is glitched. It's like a pixel width issue. Maybe with a gun? Maybe with like a handgun? Like there's no way to slide here. It should be the knife. It totally should be the knife. Is there some way I can maybe bounce myself back onto a pixel? Like, clearly, this is it. I'm supposed to be able to go through this. And it won't let me do it. It lets me follow the angle of that line a little bit, but these two squares is when it starts to feel just like a totally blocked off section. And I can't get a run. Like, I cannot run at all. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to... Well, I've been leaving this gun running, and I think stability has decayed here. Clearly.
I miss the university. Perhaps what I'm about to do will be a learning experience.
Now, that diary, in a lot of ways, might actually not be her cousin's, but Anya's own diary. I think I am. Restart latest checkpoint. We'll see where this takes us. That's really, really dumb. So, it's a sad truth that the games on PC, just more and more, cannot be left running.
Our ground team
Like,
is in position by the abandoned train station north
it just
of the
doesn't
location.
work.
They will meet you when you get there.
And I don't know why having a game paused for any duration of time is a problem. And see, this time it works perfectly fine. But clearly in this instance, that is exactly what happened. I have a little bit of an overcharge right now, so it wouldn't be a terrible idea to have snuck this direction. But I don't think this is gonna go down like that. Yep, it's not. Let's see. Now we can dual wield shotguns. I'm taking damage. I want to find this guy and do an unload on him and see if I missed. Aw, darn it. Let's look at the perk system here. Assault rifle. Kills from cover using assault rifle. That's why we haven't done that one. Okay. Kills while sprinting and sliding while dual wielding or single wielding. Get 5 kills within 10 seconds using a detached kill. Do fully powered LKW without missing.
Our ground team is in position by the abandoned train station north of your location, William. They will meet you when you get there.
It's kind of pointless to do this, actually. That guy's dead. I'm taking damage. This gun recharges. Recharges extremely slowly. Wow. Let's see. This guy's down. Pick up all his armor. Pick up bullets. And it was really just 2 of these guys. Switch guns. So 3 of those guys taken out. As far as bullets, like, I suppose we could constantly play the gun change game here and try different guns. Charge this one up. That's the right one to have charged up. And so these guys were inside of these carriers, which is something new to know. So anytime we see these going forward, we had seen them before and they had power ports in them. Now we know what they carry in them. It's these heavily armored guys. And is there anything to collect here? Nope. Anything to collect up here? Nope. I could run this direction, I suppose, just to make sure in the darkness there isn't some enigma piece to be picked up, but I imagine it's not the case. So this has to be the end of the level, doesn't it? It wouldn't make much more sense. If we go to one more area, it's gonna be odd.
Right on time, Captain. Walk in the park, was it? Oh. Okay, well, I'll just skip to work.
I have a friendly face. Delivers to Zeneveliat. Alles in Ordnung, Horst?
Du, nimm nicht so viele Kisten, sonst merken die, dass etwas nicht stimmt.
Ja. They supply the torpedoes to all the Nazi U-boats in Europe. You will hide in the torpedo. Horst will slip it back into main supply. And you will wake up on a U-boat for breakfast time. Once we have a U-boat, we take it to Set's secret safekeep, yeah? You sailors, get in the way. Bang, bang, soda pop.
Air holes.
Okay, career Johnny. Get in the torpedo. Once you board the U-boat, patch this thing into the communication room and raise the antenna buoy. We need radio contact.
I suppose these ridiculous solo missions are in line of what BJ Blazkowicz seemed to have been doing in Wolfenstein 3D.
Too far out of reach. For now, I just missed the light.
I think they probably should have only implemented maybe 3 or 4 people in the story, though. There's been too many Resistance members that we've seen face to face and that feel like they could be helping in some way. We now have this shotgun upgrade to shrapnel shells or regular shells. And I think we're on chapter 11 now, so it's more recordings, apparently no records, that makes sense, and no armor, that kind of makes sense too. And boy, does this look like a Fallout door. I was thinking maybe I could sneak in over here and come that way, but I guess not. Same is probably true for this. So I see a signal detected, and it's not any of these guys. It's that guy back there. So if I can do this. And then if I could get up here, is there a smooth way to pull that off? Apparently not. I don't even have any knives. Interesting. So this has to be played the way I guess the game expects it to be played. Did he spot me? So screaming happened, but it didn't alert anybody. And you'd think in a small military base like this, any screams, any odd noises would be so thoroughly investigated that it would Let's try the shotgun now. Shrapnel mode. I'm about to die. Can we go back to knives now? These Navy men are in slightly odd Nazi uniforms from what you would expect. I suppose since the New Order already jumps forward in the story, wouldn't it be cool if they went to like the 1980s and half of
Hier spricht Kapitän Krieger. Wir haben einen dritten Passagier an Bord. Er wurde zuletzt im Torpedo
stowaway on board.
Bewaffnet euch und kümmert euch um das Problem.
They're spotted last at the torpedo bay. Like, if you took 80s culture and 70s culture of the United States and all that was happening around the world that time and mixed it with Nazism, you could continue to go down like a decade per game, really. Since this is the 60s, you could set the next game or the third game in the series in the 70s, and whatever happened as far as music and art and fashion, what would that be if Nazis controlled the world? I think I'm setting myself up here to be trapped, pretty obviously. Let's see. Assault rifle from cover. Right. That's what I think I want to get done as a perk. Is cover, shoot. Let's see. Perks, perks, perks. Headshot kills. Kills from cover using a handgun. Actually, I should do that too. 8 kills using a handgun from cover. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. There we go. That should be 1. Is anybody else here? .45 armor, 54 armor. Yeah, with all these armor upgrades, you pretty much are up to 100% with little effort. I hope there's not anything up on top of these things. The game really hasn't been too mean about hiding things up high. Let's see. Come on. I think he forgot I was there. In that case. Grenades to throw, knives to throw. I've still got a lot of stealth kills to do. I think with the knife throwing. Of course, you also run into this weird point where I'll have all the perks unlocked and it won't matter one bit because we'll be at the end of the game. There's only 5 more levels. Unless New Game Plus has a reason to be played and you would want to play it on more difficult, higher difficulty. I have way too many collectibles here, which implies to me this submarine, which I guess that kind of makes sense that the submarine wouldn't have too much going for it. I swear I saw a blue prompt. You had to pick something up. Maybe it was a glitch. I guess I have to assume it was. So, looking at this, there can't possibly be that much more here.
Attention, hostile enemy. You're being addressed by the commander of this vessel, Captain Anton Krieger. Surrender immediately and you will be treated fairly and in accordance with maritime law.
Maritime law? Don't you shoot stowaways in maritime law? We got a recording again.
Ramona writes, July 6th, 1941. The Nazi appears to be overly devoted to his police station. I learned this while tossing grenades into the building. 7 grenades went in, but not a single Nazi came out. Does killing Nazis make me a murderer? Don't know. Don't think so. I'm not a soldier, but this is what soldiers do. And I have to steel myself from emotion, like a soldier does.
I wonder if there's an achievement actually for getting a full line here. If there is, that probably guarantees I won't get all the achievements. So we're just getting more and more of Ramona's story. Like, how many different versions of she killed a bunch of Nazis do I really need to hear? And I guess if this wasn't her cousin and was actually her that had killed all these Nazis, then there'd be some weirdness there.
August 9th, 1941. The Nazi appears to be highly gullible. I learned this as I pretended I was drowning and he dove in to save me. Body armor and all. I had only to apply the gentlest of pressures to push him down until he stopped struggling. I am pregnant. It's not showing, but I think Mother suspects. I've decided to find an apartment for myself.
I wonder if it's gonna turn out that it's not her cousin, but her mother. Like, her mother's died. No, because if that's the case, then she would be too young. Honestly. Ooh, bullets are just bouncing everywhere. Alright. Shrapnel shells. That nearly killed me. And that nearly killed me. And that did kill me. Where are we on the options? Because I'm not seeing any of the subtitles display. Has any of the subtitles been displaying for a while now? Well, no, the subtitles for the commander talking have been displaying, but not the other players, not the other characters. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this going. Back to this. Recharge this. Neither one of those were from cover, though. And where are we on the map now? We're kind of just in a small section that I think is going to be used to get us around. And I wish there was a way I could safely just save and exit to the desktop so I could reset this game, but I have no guarantee that that will reset at the last checkpoint or if it would reset at the beginning of the level, so I'm just going to have to leave it here and we'll have to play the rest of the game with whatever small instability it seems to be having, which is not too much, just that one tunnel geometry not letting us through, and maybe the subtitles and the audio, definitely, like when we resume here. it doesn't play the audio like over and over again like it was. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.